Apa pekerja kau sini? You're a producer?
GM.
You're the GM, okay. People know you outside the radio?
I don't know. I mean, because before radio, I was working in the bars, the clubs. So yeah, memang half of it they would know me because of Blast Off, but most of them would know me because of performing, like weddings, functions. I was with Rimba, this sort of thing. So that one, yeah, they know me as the performer. Then when I switched to radio, it was actually because of my wife, because when we hooked up, yang awal-awal dah, and I kind of told her that, you know, I think we should take the next step. Let's move on to the next step. And she was like, don't talk to me about the next step if you don't have a proper job. I was like, I got a proper job, bah. I'm earning, bah. And she would be like, yeah, you have a job, but until when? Dia bilang. I was like, wow. After, you know, ego was kicking in, and I actually thought about it. I had my own drinking session, and I thought about it, and she was right. I think you will come to a point on your performance life, kan, especially in Sabah. Kalau sudah peak tu, this is how she would tell me. You're right now 30. There will be another Lester who's 18 right now, 17 right now, is popping up, and he'll be climbing the steps. And what will happen to you then?
You're gonna kick your ass.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that I don't have confidence I can sustain lah, but I think. Yeah. Okay. Lip balm. Oh. But I think at the end, I think she was right, because she said I did need to think of something I can fall back into. But when I started radio, I went all out pula di radio, and then my performing life kan pun kurang. Then I just decided to, I think, just quietly stop lah. So I completely stopped performing for about maybe 10 years from now.
Oh,
Close to 10. No, 8 years. Fully. 8 years fully.
oh berapa umur kau ni?
I'm 35 this year.
Shit. Yeah. Saya abang.
Kami memang selabang.
Okay, you're watching Sip Sip with Egn, and today saya patut pakai mask tapi macam mau pingsan ni saya tiap pakai.
But we are 1 meter away, right?
I guess we're more than 1 meter.
We are more than 1 meter away. So it's
I am joined by, I came here, Lester Miol, GM, I just knew that, GM of Kupi Kupi FM. And we're in Kupi Kupi Studios. Exciting ni. Wait. Ni lah impromptu punya show. I forgot. Okay. Welcome to Sip Sip with Egn. I am Egn. Saya punya guest hari ini is a very important person. All my guests are important. Lester Miol of Kupi Kupi FM, the GM. For you guys yang dengar radio, yang kenal Nis, Greg, Quinera, Steady Cow Gang, all those. Siapa batu Velvet? Saya lupa nama dia. You guys don't hear him, but he is a very important personality here. He's a very important person.
Kulit.
Ya, paling penting lah kulit sini. Kulit bos, tukang sapu, tukang marah, semua tu lah. Kau marah dia lah?
I always tell them, I will only be the boss bila ada problem.
And then after that, drinking buddy ya.
Then we can console them back and just regain back the friendship with beers.
That sounds good. So Lester.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this.
No, thank you for actually inviting me. I've been watching all your shows. Awesome.
I hope so.
I'm one of them.
Sebenarnya saya kenal Lester because we are related.
Yes.
Through marriage. He is my wife's saudara. Let's not go beyond that.
Yeah,
bingung nanti.
Quite hard to explain that.
So I have been a fanboy of Andalusia.
Wow.
Since tahun berapa tu?
At least one lah. Thank you. 2006.
Jiaja tahun berapa?
2000 plus.
Were they before or
They were
after?
before.
Ah,
They were the first
okay.
that went to the competition.
Alright. So yeah, I became kenapa begitu tuh? I became this fanboy of Sabahan music when these things started coming up in Astro. Astro sekarang kena bombat kiri kanan, but back then Astro was like a thing, and Velvet, Rich, Felix, Agus bapak dia, and then you guys came, and it showed that Sabahan music bukan ada harapan. Memang dari dulu lagi ada harapan, but it's
always
just
been there.
yeah, it's just that when you see Sabahans in those kind of platforms kan macam kau rasa macam okay, this is like me ranting pula. Why do we need a Semenanjung punya platform baru kita dapat pergi sana? Obviously back then kita tidak apa-apa, but now we have this facility.
But I would say because also one, you see, when I think I understood it more after entering radio, how important radio punya role in terms of music, especially Sabahan music. That's why Kupi Kupi, the stations I am kan, Kupi Kupi FM kan, we play 80% or more local music because you don't have that in radios nowadays, except for RTM lah, of course. But this is I think would be the first private station that actually concentrates betul-betul dengan local music. And then back to what you said just now about yang KL tu kan, I think because we don't have those platforms kan here. Of course we have some competitions like that, but it's just there bang. Itu saja. But then again, I think to repeat what Chris said during your interviews tu kan, sometimes kan it's not what, it's dari kita aja betul.
Yeah.
It's our own punya initiative, whether or not you want it, how much you want it. Sometimes you want it, but at the same time you're not willing to listen to criticisms. Itu one thing kan, that's a true fact. It's very hard kan for people like to accept criticism here in Sabah. And that's the whole point. If you want to improve, you be criticized, you know.
Yeah.
Accept the criticism, accept it, change it, modify it. Then you can be better. So I think there's one thing in KL kan, is if there's one thing in KL, they are not shy to criticize you. Kalau dihantam
Yeah,
habis.
I really
So
appreciate
I kind of learned a bit lah. Back in the time when I was there, I kind of course culture shock lah. Kasi kita biasa dengar doang. But after going through that kan, then I kind of thought about it and I was like, okay.
You
It was worth it.
personally, as a member of this really good band, when they criticize you, you're not good enough. You're not bringing it. When you heard it for the first time, apa kau punya perasaan? Macam mana kau?
Oh, of course I was hurt.
Dia marah siya.
Yeah, I was like, what the? That type of thing. I was like, what the hell are you saying? But when you sit down and you think about it and you kind of listen to what they're trying to say kan, ada betul. I mean, maybe we perform a bit too much. We should have done like this. So when you hear that kan, in the music, it's like this and this. You think about it kan, okay, ada betul je ba? I mean, like, these people are the industry players. They know what is good out there and what's trending, whatever. At that time, we were students.
Okay.
We thought we knew everything because we studied music, we played gini-gini.
Siya ada degree ba?
Jadi yang, okay, I study this, I should know this. But what I can say is kan, as much as education is important kan, but if you don't have the experience out there in the industry itself kan, susah. Because that, for me, I always say, in studies, the universities, whatever, they only give you a piece of paper. But the rest is up to you when you actually enter the real world. Maybe 20%, 30% siguro guna whatever you learn in school. Other things kan, it's networking, communicating. And you don't have that kan, susah ba? Especially in the line that we are in now. So, yeah.
Dengar tu, students baru grad, dan tembirang.
I mean, yeah, I get it all the time. It's like, what is the best advice that you can give me after school or while I'm in school? Network. Go out there. Don't just stay with the books. Perform. Perform, whatever you can do. As much of people that you can meet and make friends with, especially in the industry, go ahead. And don't think that you're the best, because honestly, no one is the best. There will always be someone popping up
Betul.
like cherries, like mushrooms.
The Americans would say like somewhere out there an Asian kid is training right now and is going to come up to the court and kick your ass one day. We are Asians. We are those Asian kids, and one day another younger,
That's right.
fitter Asian kid is going to.
I got this one. I just watched it like a week or two ago. Is this one guy called Rich Brian? He's from Indonesia.
Okay.
He's a rapper, and he actually he came out wearing a fanny pack and he was rapping like crazy. And they actually showed that video to a couple of US rappers. To name one, mainly is this one guy from Wu-Tang Clan. He said it was dope. He said the thing about it is that this Asian guy is rapping far better than other American rappers that are rapping in the industry now. So it was things like that. You be seeing that like Asian here kita semua like Sabah kan, we are evolving and dominating kan in many ways, but it's just that opportunities. Of course, if we stay in Sabah saja, honestly, we are not in that level kan. I feel that we can reach the masses out there worldwide yet.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Okay, staying in Sabah. Okay, that's a different topic. Saya mau twist kau punya statement tadi about learning, being the best, getting education. Okay, saya pusing sikit . You being a husband, okay? Curveball. Okay, when lecturers, friends, or orang yang kau look up to lah, they say, Lester, you should do this like this. You should do it like that. And you find this, ya kan betul juga. Does that happen when you're talking to your wife, to the mama of the house? Like,
no.
Cuba kau buat begini, and then, I mean, for me, kejap for me, it's like kalau bini saya yang bercakap, you should do it like this ba. Terus saya macam mau panas ni, dan you think I don't know what I'm doing? Terus yang end of the day yang shit, she's right. I'm doing it all wrong. Terus I find it like there's an ego in me yang mau bercakap sama bini saya, because she's my wife. She should like understand that I can do this. But I probably underestimated her. Probably like she knows that I cannot do it right. That's why she's keep on like reminding me. What's your take on that? I mean, how is your communication like?
For me, okay, my wife.
Ding ding ding.
Okay, the thing about my wife is she is majorly. She doesn't criticize. The way she looks at things when I talk to her about certain things, she's very critical in everything that I do, and I need that.
Yeah.
If I'm at work or outside, people, they're critical too, but in a lot of ways, the things that I say, mungkin ngam to maybe 70% of the people I talk to. But the moment I go home, I talk to my wife, okay lah, but you can like this. I'll be like, semua sudah cakap ya ba. But because of that, it actually got me to think back again, or look through it again, and then maybe like this. So yes, I mean to be honest, a lot of, if I can say, success that I have in my life, I have my wife to thank, because yes, you heard it, Jessica Julius, you're the best. You molded me.
So, I mean, I recognize that they think to the maximum, the big picture. They see everything, and we, as people of the arts, you as a singer, musician, now doing this, me as a painter, visual shit, we tend to see a narrow vision of everything. Tapi bila nampak semua ni, what about your kids? What about economy? What about the kitchen? What about food? Terus kau pun yang, Shit, I forgot about that.
I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, she is like, she's my backbone in everything that I do. So, and with the kids and I mean, with work and stuff, I mean, I'll be lying to say, there are no stress moments because if I work too much and things like that. But I think come to a point now, if I'm really, really into my work, she will try to understand more. But when I talk to her about work, about certain things, I ask her opinion, she'll be very critical towards that which is, it will just make me think back, and I'll just make it into, the end of the day, the end product will be much more better than I originally thought. Right? So that's why I said, the girls rule the world. So the men sucks lah, but so yeah, but she's the best lah.
Ruling. Come on, ruling. Aduh, siaw nga. Saya punya bateri kong. Okay, sambung. PKP.
Yep.
It's a good time, it's a bad time. What do you think for your industry?
Well, for the industry is bad lah, of course. I've seen a lot of my musician friends, semua they lost their income, and a lot of them fully dependent. They are dependent on music. They perform in the clubs, the hotels, the bars, and because of the current happenings, they lost their jobs, and some of them have not been paid since January. So these sort of things of course it hurts, because because you've been there, I've been there. I've been in that line, that kerja part for more than 10 years dulu. So I know what they feel when you don't have a job. So, man, it's a sucky time for the industry. But of course, we will grow back. We will rebound. But it's the matter of when. And time is of the essence when it comes to musicians, comes to people in the art industry as well. So, it's a sad time. Of course, besides people getting sick and some of them are dying as well. There's something that it's unheard of for a long time, especially in Sabah. And suddenly when it happens, boom, it hits you like a brick. But it's also a time, in general, that we can take a step back, and what you say, what people have been trying to say it out, like those public service announcements, that to look back and what matters most and things like that. You have to be blessed with what you have, things like that. So not many people can have that same situation as like me. I'm in things like that. I'm still working, things like that. A lot of them are jobless, so it's a tough time lah. We just have to tahan lah.
Have you been stuck at home?
No.
With the family?
No. I've been working since day one of MCO.
Really?
Yeah.
Really
It's never
active.
stopped. Because I feel that it's the responsibility of the radio station, not only for entertainment purposes, but untuk kasih sampai itu maklumat, the information that the ministries, the health ministry, the government wants to kasih keluar. Because if not, what's the point of opening a radio station? Right?
True.
Because that's the whole point. Of course, we want to give entertainment, but information too. Information is a big key. Because especially in Sabah, a lot of the people here still rely on radio. TV pun ada, but radio is one of their core essence of their daily life. So, of course, we don't get the ones that yang driving pergi kerja, balik itu, of course, tidak lah. Tapi di rumah orang masih dengar, especially di kampung-kampung, they still do. So, we have a big role to play. So, we've been non-stop working since day one.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. That's the first thank you you've gotten. So, thank you again.
Because I've been watching, HBO, Fox movies. It's been on reruns and reruns.
Yeah.
As a dad that just go and watch My Little Pony,
Yeah.
it's relieving that I can watch Captain America.
Oh, you said My Little Pony? I watched that with my daughter. I watched My Little Pony 5 times. I watched Pikachu the movie 5 times. I've watched Frozen maybe 15 to 20 times. At the time when I am home. So yeah, I'm pretty well versed in the cartoon world.
Trivia semua kau jawab semua ni.
Yeah.
Do you know that this pony and that pony?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Okay. I want to ask you something emotional.
Yeah, sure.
We talked about this just now, kan?
Yep.
Because I've been a fan of Andalusia. I love your hairstyle that time.
I was 21, bro. I was 21. Very, very, very young.
I thought you guys were like kelam kabut backstage. Like, you bully lah ni.
Yeah.
You guys were awesome as a band, but we had a common friend, and this friend passed away, and it was in St. Simon Church. It was filled. I followed to the cemetery. The flowers were up to my...
Yeah, it was stacked up, I remember.
Banyak gila ni, and you, just by looking at the flowers, you know how his life resonates throughout like all the people that came. If you guys know him, then kamu kenal lah. Kalau tidak, then yeah, this is a friend who was very dear lah. I assume you have a lot of friends. And what you did on that day was very, tidak exaggerating if I say epic.
Oh.
Yeah. You sang a song.
Andra and the Backbone, Sempurna.
Yeah, Sempurna. And it was normally in Sabah, the mass is in English, and then he sang this Indonesian song very beautifully. And I tried it in karaoke. I sucked big time. Like, how can you sing this song?
No, I didn't want to. To be honest, I didn't want to sing because I know I would get emotional. But his mom came to me and asked me if I could do it, and we want to do it at the end during the paying the respects part. I said, man, first I can't say no to the mom.
Yeah.
Second, I don't know if I can hold myself together because, yeah, I am emotionally, attached with the dude, and I'm also emotional person as well. So senang kena trigger. So things like that right in front of my eyes, and I have to sing at the altar, facing him, there. So it's like, it was hard. But I wanted to do it for him, and I wanted to do it for the family because they asked me to.
So, my question is, with these kind of touchy-feely emotions, I mean, it works for songwriters, for musicians, for people yang feel ni kan. But you as a professional, not just as a GM lah, a professional dad, you might say, like how you construct your kids, who you construct, how you manage the office, how you manage people, yang memang, if you see you're surrounded with artistic people here, I can tell. How do you? This is something yang I need to know. This is something yang I need to learn juga because I am very emotional. How do you balance it? How do you? Because, like you said, you're an emotional person and you sang in front of the altar with this friend and you're very emotionally attached, but you did it so. You know how it feels? It feels like they paid you. Okay, we have a singer. He can sing really good. Sing.
But you do remember I cried my eyes out while
I
singing,
didn't
right?
notice. Mana saya nampak sudah kan. I was focused on him. But I still remember that time until now, ba. And you did it so professionally. Like there's half of you yang kau bilang, okay, I'll put this here, the emotions, later baru saya layan kau. Now I just need to finish this song, like as best as I can. How do you do that? I mean, these are like stage thing kan. Like you guys have that. Can you explain that?
Well, for me kan, there's nothing that I do to prepare myself for that type of moments. It's just that I've always been the sort of guy kan, when I'm doing something at that moment, just say work lah. If I'm doing that time, regardless of whatever's happening in my life, I will just concentrate on my work and I will be focused on that. Just like what you said lah, I said, okay lah, screw the feelings first, ini dulu, itu belakang. And I've carried myself kan every single day, same way. Do I have a good life? Yes. Is it perfect? No. Far from being perfect. And do I wish that sometimes I could scream and shout and cry? Yeah, I do. But I think I would say you have to think that, as a lot of, even though there's a lot of things in your plate, you have to make sure that what is in front of you, itu dulu kau kasih selesai. Because especially kalau itu benda important. Not to say the other things, the other parts of it is not important, but if you just let it flood you, I think that it'll kill you, it'll destroy you. But if you go one step at a time, regardless kau boleh selesai ke tidak ada problem, then you stand a chance. You see, I say stand a chance. You belum completely, kau belum tahu lagi kau boleh selesai pun, or you will end up well or not. But for me, I think dari dulu sampai sekarang I've always been that way. I mean, like, I might be doing 5 things at one time, and 4 of them are like shit. But if there's this one thing that needs my concentration now, and I'm in there and I need to finish everything, I would focus all my strength and thoughts there, regardless of the other things that's killing me inside. Oh, that's deep.
I'll ask you something deeper. You would probably know this, or you may not, but I assume you do. Okay, you get an assignment, a very, very emotional song, and you need to sing it, cantik, and this song is emotionally connected to you. Yang kau tahu ni lagu, itu hari si Anu kasih tinggal saya, inilah lagu tema kami. And when you sing that song, how do you channel yourself to kasih nyanyi dengan baik tanpa mengingat si Anu, like whatever that is, that makes that song you. I mean, a lot of people, saya tak boleh nyanyi ni barang. I couldn't focus on it because ini lagu, it hurt me so much, and if I start sing, I'll cry. If someone did that, dia nyanyi terus menangis ni, terus and the whole song habis. First season ka? How? I mean, this is like a tip for singers lah. I have no idea what I'm asking.
When I was performing in the, it's a good example. I have a late brother.
Okay.
He died in 2005, January of 2005. And at that time I was working in a club, right? And his favorite song is Jose Mary Chan, Beautiful Girl. You know that song? Beautiful Girl is his favorite song. At the same time, in that band, we always play that song because I like this song too, and I've been singing it since I was a kid, and he sings it too. So when he passed away, I actually I didn't take off much. I just take off because I know I was still working and tidak orang mau ganti kan. So I did what I had to do, the funeral 7 days gini. Then I straight went back to work, and I had to sing that song because I didn't plan to sing that song, but it was requested because at the time people tahu kan what the song yang orang suka and then what they like me singing, so they requested that song. So I had to sing that song maybe a day after the 7 days after the sudah kena kubur.
Okay.
I had to sing that song, and then I don't know if I would break down or not. I was saying, don't break down. This is work already.
Yeah.
Inside that, right? So I just ended up singing that song, but I think I was emotionally so into that song that even the people in front they can tell that I was feeling it and they can feel the song. But my guys at the back, the bands like Felix Samunting, Sumatoan, I was in Rimba at the time, they were worried about me. So after that they came and console me. After that first, I think it was my first set. After the first set, when I went out, I went to the car, then I cried a bit. I cried in the car, rubbing it, and I went inside and get back to work. So for me kan, I think kan, and that was one of many times I had to do that type of fun. So if there was something I can say, how do you do it? How do you go through that situation? I would say simple, embrace it. There's nothing you can do. That song is very emotional to you. It's hard for you to sing. You can either not sing that song, because different situations. If you have a choice not to sing it, fine, don't sing it. But if it's like if you're working in a club or in a bar and you have to sing that song, lagi kalau orang request, you can't say no. That's like a slap to the people yang request to lagu tu, and they know you can sing that song, regardless of your situation. Because okay, whatever that's happening to you at that moment kan, the people in front kan should not know about it. That's what I always say. So I would say just embrace it. Embrace the song. Make that song mean something to someone else. So,
I respect people yang, because kami suka tulis lagu, nak kau nyanyi ni.
yeah.
Di Love Face. Kau
Yeah.
pernah pergi Love Face kan?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Love Face punya time. That was
Jonathan.
like Hi John. So we would, I love these kind of people yang dia ambil copy request, and sometimes there's a band there. Dirang si Duri.
Cousinnya tu.
Yeah. Huh.
First cousin. Ha. Drummer and singer. Long hair dude.
So Duri is a professional. When you give request, dia nyanyi dulu. Dia nyanyi yang, there's something funny about his voice today. And it's still like tune ni, even like gitu sikit. And then after the song baru dia bagi tahu, oh sorry ya kalau the performance tadi tidak berapa best, saya punya throat tidak berapa apa hari ni. And terus you find there's this like, oh tiapa lah, you did your best. But for people yang bukan Duri, baru kau request kan, dia cakap, sorry ya, lengan saya punya tekak sakit ni hari ni. Jadi mungkin saya tidak penyanyi bagus-bagus. It pollutes your idea lepas tu. Bila kau dengar dia nyanyi kan, dia sakit tekak ni, so it won't be good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, that's my point lah.
I get it all the time. Even people say yang apa tu yang kamu, you get requests like maybe back at that time lah, maybe 30, 40, 50 requests per night. And some, like a lot of them kan are repetition of the same song. So sometimes you have to sing the same song like maybe 5 times. Things like that. And people don't do that nowadays. But yeah, I mean back in the day kan, yeah, you have to. If not kan, especially if they are the big spenders there again somehow, so you can't say no. Things like that. Of course, it hurts your throat sometimes gini-gini, but kami punya jenis dulu kan langgar bah.
Dia okay.
Langgar. Just langgar.
I'm not sure about the repeating 4-5 times. Kalau kopi kampung masih ada lagi tu.
Itu tetap.
Saya tidak berapa feel tadi. Kau nyanyi lagi balik ke
banyak jenis tone tu kalau di kampung. Satu tapai lain suara satu.
betul. Kamatan.
Yup.
How Kamatan? You personally, I mean, Kupi Kupi, I know there's this Kupi Kupi stars.
Yeah,
and that's a very good effort.
Thank you.
I saw the top 20. I was rooting for someone else, tapi tidak sana. But it's okay.
Yeah, actually, they are apa tu? We did for the month of May, we collaborated with.
Are you okay to talk about Kupi Kupi?
Yeah. We collaborated with DG, our partner. So this whole month is the kitakitajugabaini month. So it was supposed to be like a Kabatan month, but we at that time, because we're coming about very early, we want to respect, of course, because kita may huguan siyo, sudah cakap tiada Kamatan. So I said, okay, let's respect his decision. We don't say Kamatan, but people know it's already Kamatan month. So we just do this campaign. We wanted to do a campaign to tell people that there's no Kamatan, but it's okay. But it doesn't stop us from showing or bringing the spirit of Kamatan kan online.
Yeah.
At least lah. So we planned out a program for the whole month, and we came out with our MV video. You can check it out. Ambil chance lah. Go to our YouTube page, Kupi TV. And
Saya sudah tengok 3 kali.
the MV video is there. That song was, we wanted to create a song that unites Sabahan, bring Sabahan together, no matter where they are, and bring a bit of the culture home with you, no matter where you are. Gitu ba?
And it's viral. You're doing it good.
Thank you. And then the Kupi Star is sort of like the Sugandoy, but online thingy. And then towards the end of the month, the 31st, there's no KDCA sessions, but we are bringing things online. So we have performances and things like that, just to brighten up the month of May. Because who says you can't have fun at home at least, right? We don't have to totally kill it. We can at least bring the spirit of it to another platform. So, yeah.
I did a video before this, like just a few weeks ago. I was thinking about what's happening to Kamatan. Okay. The spirit of Kamatan, bringing it online, good. I feel, and a lot of YouTubers are making their own version of how they see Kamatan, which is fine. But I'm not so sure if we are putting it aside or we're forgetting about it, or is it not important anymore? Because a lot of us are Muslims, Christians, and we all have embraced a different kind of faith. What's happening to the Magavao, all these rituals, all these things that make kamatan-kamatan mah? All these odo-odo yang di kampung, yang they know what is supposed to be kamatan, untuk mangatam, untuk the sacrifice for the harvest to come. I was posting a few questions to a few people lah. Like, what's going to happen? I like, we've been seeing. I'm Catholic, you're Catholic, and we've been seeing. I mean, from dari dulu lagi, we've watched on TV sembahyang Jumaat berjemaah, and then recently, because of PKP, we're witnessing masses online, and a lot of people are praying. So what's going to happen to the Magavao? Is it going to be like, can we see it this year? I'm not asking you like are you going to do it? But what is your take on this cultural aspect? I mean, yes, we're going to miss Tapai, the Sinalau, but what's going to happen? What do you think?
I think because the KDCA themselves they are also starting to organize a number of events, umpama macam Kamatan, but online as well. And I don't know for a fact, excuse me, I don't know for a fact if they're going to do this, but I think probably maybe they would do this, but close, just to continue the tradition. Maybe it's not going to be like openly on Facebook or something like that, but it's still going to continue, but in closed doors, I think lah. I think KDCA would be the best to answer that question, but I feel that they will do things closed doors, I think, to continue. I don't think they will stop lah.
You as a Kadazan, would you want this to be passed down to your kids? I mean, I worry that saya punya anak tidak faham apa itu Magavao. Do we need that?
To be honest, I want to. I want my kids to feel the cultural experience. To be honest, I fully embraced the cultural experience after masuk radio. Because before that, it was just, we go KDCA, we got to minum, makan, party. Honestly, for me back then. But after masuk radio, then I start to, because I've been doing this radio podcast for, I think, this year is actually my first decade in radio. Wow. So that apa tu dia punya, during those times, during the Kamatan month, I would bring of course the Pas Undang Adaus, and I would bring the Odu to come in. I will bring the Bobo Hizans as well to come in to talk. And they actually went on live radio, and then they just give a taste of May Chanting kau boleh rasakan the eeriness of the whole studio. You mean, guys?
Untung kau, geng.
It was so cool. So I would want, because it's not to say that you must follow. No, I want them to know kita punya culture. And again, my wife is doing far better job than me in that part, kind of to explain to my daughter. Sometimes they bawa dia pergi Tambunan and explain, kasih jumpa semua tu itu ina-ina semua kan yang bercerita. Even though she doesn't understand, but she can see things like that. This cultural during Kamatan, the experience. So these sort of things kan, I think I would want to. And what you were saying just now, I think KDCA would do it, but close doors for this year lah.
Saya dah terfikir bahawa macam we have unduk ngadau kan, dari papar. Apa cerita dia punya unduk ngadau cantik lah, doktor lah, apa barang lah. Dari Tawau, dari mana-mana lah.
Okay.
If we can have like a version of the Boboizan, the Odu, or dari Keningau punya Boboizan, macam mana dia punya pakaian, dia punya gelang,
it'll be so
detail
cool.
kan.
Yeah.
And then you would say, oh kami boleh panggil hujan kalau kemarau. And then you have the Tawau punya Boboizan yang kami boleh panggil, I don't know. If that was
and I think that one is indirectly kan bro, you're already signaling for yourself kan to make another documentary. I think it'll be cool though, you know, right? If you have that, that's like yeah. I think it will be a very I think that itu lagi will sustain or apa ni kasi this is not even a word, but this just came out in my head. Biblize the whole thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it can stand the test of time.
I've heard someone said this. I was a very good dusun before I became a Christian.
Oh, sweet. Those are deep
Kan?
words. Yeah.
Then you
I
recognize
wish I can say that for myself. I am not, but for both areas.
I'm a very good follower of the tiger.
But seriously, I think someone needs to document that properly. It'd be nice. Egn lah. Look for Egn, KDCA. Look for Egn.
I'm a big fan of all these Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, all these. We have that here.
Yeah.
We just feel like
You would blend so well with my wife right now talking about, you just said there's 2 movies kan. Kalau kamu bercerita minum kopi kan sampai saya tertidur. Yeah, definitely. Should do it, yeah.
Okay, Kamatan sudah, family sudah. Anything you want to add? Any birthdays coming?
Juga lah. I mean, I think at the end kan, when we talk about this whole scenario about music, about making it in the industry, creating an industry, uplifting or bring it somewhere higher than it is now, it all comes down to yourself. You want it, grab it. You want to achieve it, then achieve it. So I think if there was anything good to say, of course, the good parts of it, you say network, do your networking, communicate, things like that. I think, but paling penting kan, at the end kan, stop bitching. And just do something about it. Try lah. You don't lose anything also.
Good final words. Lester.
Yep.
Thank you very much for this.
Thank you so much for having me. I had an awesome, great time. And I did say that this is the best interview I've ever had. So, let's do it again.
Yeah. We'll gather a few friends. Saya pun, I'm getting to apa cakap ni? Saya macam bikin lagi ramai kawan from this. I'm meeting a lot of people. And re-meeting people. Berapa lama saya nampak kau?
Lama, dude. Been a while, man. While.
The funeral the other day, tidak kira.
Yeah.
That was like, phew.
Where I slept. And he took up a video of it.
Yeah, I still have the video. I wish you well.
Thank you.
I hope everything goes great. Selamat Hari Menuai.
When there's a part 2, just call me.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be there.
Okay, this is Kupi Kupi.
Subscribe.
And this is Sip Sip with Egn, Kupi Kupi, Sip Sip. Not intentional lah. So what? Like, comment, share if that's what you
If you like
that's the thing.
my interview lah, if it
Yeah,
sucks, I'm sorry.
Kalau tidak, it's okay.
He didn't suck. Maybe I suck. I'm sorry.
I suck all the time. I'm like everywhere. But ada juga lah subscriber, which I am thankful for.
Hell yeah.
If you have like questions for Lester, maybe there's a part 2, maybe there's a part 3. Write in the comments what we can improve, what you wanna suggest, what you wanna ask to Lester, and yeah, maybe from there we can work something out. Kan?
Mau tahu ah? Kau cakap aja. Write the comments. I was like, I don't think everyone wants to know anything about me anymore.
Oh no, hey. Okay, this is the guy that is behind siapa? Dirang si Velvet, dirang si Nathan Greg, and this is very important. And you don't hear him, but he is there. So, inilah muka dia. Beginilah rupa dia. Coba tengok. Itulah rupa
I
dia.
don't normally wear my cap in the office.
Baiklah, ciao. See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah!